Hello again, and here at the Nigerian Pavilion at Expo 2020, it showcases a country with immeasurable potential and opportunities. Now, back in 2002, Aigboje Aig-Imoukhuede saw a gap in the market, took a chance and bought a bank in Nigeria. And his main mission was to reposition Access Bank into a world-class institution in just 5 years. He wrote a book about that time, and we start by listening to him read an extract from his book, recalling as a young boy trying to catch a flight.
When the airport staff announced that the plane was ready for boarding, there was suddenly a mad scramble as the more experienced passengers leapt to their feet and dashed out to get on board. As I struggled towards the plane with my suitcase, I was elbowed out of the way by many people much bigger and stronger than me. By the time I reached the bottom of the steps to the plane, the door at the top had been slammed shut. All the seats haven't been filled. As I stood with my suitcase, watching the plane take off without me, tears streamed down my face, and I vowed that never again would I be left behind on the tarmac while everyone else was flying off. It's a true story, and I think it's a passage, the loss of innocence type of experience, for anybody who goes through it. And if it happens to you in kind of an African setting, okay, you know why it happened. You know that things don't work, and you know that this shouldn't happen, okay? And the type of thing that I think you would go through is that, okay, what role do I play going forward? Am I the type that learns this horrible game and ensures I'm not beaten because I master it? Or am I the type that wants to change the game? Or do I avoid the game in all totality? And for me, the one thing that I remember was that, I will not be left on the tarmac, but I have to learn how to do it without mastering this game of cheating and cutting corners and so on. Confidence is one of the words that I like when they use, okay? There are other words I don't really like, but confidence is something that kind of denotes my approach to doing things. And the confidence comes from the fact that I don't embark on things without giving them, serious thought, okay? And so I've thought of this for a while, all right? And I believe that if we can show the Nigerian what Nigeria truly could be, and that actually it doesn't take that much, okay, for us to change the narrative and get there. It's simply a function of good leaders. Think about a gentleman called Michael Jordan in the US. This basketballer that I watched all my life, extremely driven and excelled in ways that you didn't think was humanly possible in the game of basketball. And he makes a lot of money, all right? But Michael Jordan owns a basketball team, and he owns part of other sporting franchises, and it's just a completely different ball game. And so you can actually sense that when you look at the tapes of him playing and leading the Chicago Bulls, all right, I recognize that this individual was not even satisfied by the fact that they were winning NBA championships and so on. All the time he's thinking, I want to own my own team. These were people who won Nobel Prizes. These were people who, as artists, kings and queens, sat for them, okay? The Nigerian Army was an army that excelled whenever they participated in either UN or that's the country I knew. And so the notion of Wakanda, okay, right, I lived it. That's the country I knew. And so as a Nigerian, we had, and I still have, a certain swagger that I can be as good as anybody else can be. So there's no continent actually growing at the population growth rate that Africa is growing. So from a population demographic standpoint, okay, all right. Now, that's our greatest advantage, right? If we make it one market, it could be, in a sense, actually the world's greatest market, okay? That's what we have to focus on. And we have to break down, all those barriers to this operating as the world's largest market. My message, however, is this. The only way to do this is not this notion of that there must be some federated approach to getting entrepreneurs. We must start thinking about the African entrepreneur, not the Nigerian entrepreneur. So if it's a Kenyan in Nigeria, if it's a Nigerian in South Africa, it's a South African in Algeria and so on, okay? They must have every opportunity to wear this shirt for Africa.
Here with my Ghanaian Kente scarf, we're all about championing Africa's potential on the show. And as the continent opens up like never before, there are new opportunities everywhere. We've enjoyed hearing from some of the people who look set to make the most of those opportunities. We hope you have as well. For more on their stories and those of business leaders like them, please take a look at our website or make sure you follow us on social media. Until next time, stay connected.